Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video because I want to help a lot of people learn an attack. It's so easy to do, and it destroyed this last CWL. They destroyed our bases, and we got a lot of theirs. They, they, there are like three different ways that this is done. One of them involves giants for multi infernos, but I see that one not be too successful. I saw people get 3 stars with multi infernos using golems, but I'm gonna break it down into two different pretty much ways. There's one that's like the box base that does not use healers. For the most part, these rules don't always apply, but for the most part. And then you have ones that are used with healers, which is like the Yeti Smash, but with witches. So I'm going to start by explaining the box base. Both of these, for the most part, the box base uses between 8 to 10 lightnings, depending on what they can get. The regular one uses usually just 5 lightnings, and I'll show that later. So basically, when you're doing, when I'm just changing my outlook to like when I look at bases because my instincts have always been look at it. I look at it through the lens of Queen Charge Hybrid, and I'm rethinking that because with the new CC, Queen Charge Hybrid is just freaking hard. You have to waste so much more resources to get through the stupid CC if they have those minions in it that it's just almost not worth it. So I'm considering looking at it through the lens of Mass Witch. There was 2 types of attacks that just ruled the CWL: Mass Dragon and Mass Witch. I'm going to do a Mass Dragon video, but I want to start with Mass Witch because it's easier. So when you're dealing with the box base, usually you're using some sort of lightnings to get rid of 2 main things. First of all, when you're using witches, you do not care about the CC. It does not matter. So ignore the CC. Unless you're doing a warden walk in the attack later, then you don't want the CC on top of your warden. But besides that, you stay away from the CC then. But in this situation, we don't care about the CC on the box. What am I going to do with my lightnings? What are the things that really kill witches? Multi infernos and scatters. Okay? And multi infernos, man, they don't even really matter all that much, to be honest with you, from what I'm seeing. Scatters are way more important. But if this was 3 multi infernos on the back end, I don't know that you try this, but maybe. I mean, it's more risky. But when there's not, I mean, this is just a 3-star. I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it. And basically, you're using your lightnings to take out the groupings of scatters on each side, which is also great for your pathing. And again, if you want to relook at the lightnings, look at my lightning video. In fact, I will post the video in this link. Then it's 1 golem. Now, when I do this attack, I don't even use 3 golems. I use 2 golems, and I've used 2 or 3 ice golems for the middle. And I use 15 witches. Apocalypse isn't doing that. He's using 3 witches on the sides. We've got to clear those flanks. Another thing, and you'll see this in one later, a lot of times these are open. That's even better. Because then your witches and golems will make sure to go in there and clear those so everything goes in the middle. And you're using a wrecker. But even if those aren't open, you still can do it this way. Now we've only got 1 spell, but let's just look here. Your scatters are gone. Seriously, what's gonna hurt you? And this is what's nice about the golems, and this is why I'm a little worried about giants. And I don't really do the attack with giants. The eagle targets your golems, which is great. Let it target golems all frickin' day. There's really nothing else that can kill your army here. I mean, because all the stuff on the back end are those the wizard towers. That's the only thing that can really kill your army. And the other thing is you don't really need to use your warden ability on the town hall. for the most part, because your town hall, your witches are going to shoot through a wall to get it. They're not going to be in it, so it just doesn't matter. I didn't even see what he used the freeze on. And maybe it just doesn't matter though. You don't need to really worry about. You don't need the spells with the witches, and the witches go through the base super quick. If you're doing an attack like this, time really isn't a factor. All right, so here again is another box base. Now it's not always what you consider to be a normal box base, but it's a box base nonetheless. So you see that he's taking out both of the scatters. He gets a lot of value with them on top of the scatters. Gets an Inferno there. He missed the other Inferno. It doesn't matter. They're single Infernos. But again, look what can kill your army. I mean, nothing. It's a matter of, keeping stuff together. Now, usually I would say never go at a corner, but he does. It still doesn't matter. Now notice he uses his warden ability early. Why? Because it doesn't matter. Because your witches are not going to die by the town hall. You know, they're going. He tried to freeze the town hall. He missed it. But you see, because everything shoots at a distance. I mean, look at all the witches on the sides. I mean, this base just has no chance, and there's just nothing really that could kill it. If as long as your queen, survives the middle, it doesn't even matter. Nice job. One of the common box bases. Now, this one has multi-infernos. So you see it doesn't matter. And this is the army I usually bring. Again, I just bring more witches. You see the gaps. Again, I'm taking out the infernos, and I get even a bonus. I get the eagle here. So that's like a no-brainer, man. I get the eagle, and I get the bomb towers. And I get... I didn't get the other wizard tower. So now the question is, which way do you go? You see what I'm doing here? Because there's gaps, I'm putting a golem on each side, and I'm dropping 4 witches for the sides, because I want my stuff to go in the middle. Oops. And again, because there is multi-infernos, I'm coming right at one right away. If you come the other way, that may not be the best bet, because your stuff's going to end up in the middle, and it's going to get shot by both these multis. But I took a chance and said, you know what, I'm going to try it from the side, and even though there is multi, and it still doesn't matter. So I use 4 witches on each side. I get my stuff in the middle. And again, I figure, if I get my queen, and you see how I delayed my my champion a little bit to see where he would go. I had my king over there with the other multi, so I put the champion on this side. Use the ability later. Just didn't need to use it before. And it gets it easy. Look at all those witches that are left. It's just ridiculous. Last one, and it was against us. And I'm going to show you. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. So, this is a different type of version of the attack, and this is similar to the Yeti Smash. It usually involves a Warden Walk. This is not complicated either, guys. But if you're having trouble seeing this, like if you've been using the Yeti Smash for a while, you might see this one easier. But I just want to show you. Like, let's just say you just decide you're going to try to do the attack I just showed you in the previous 3 bases. This is sort of a box base. You could do this. For instance, you could lightning these guys and then lightning this guy, okay? And then again, this would be risky, but you can do you could do a golem over here with some witches, a golem over here with some witches, your ice golems, your wrecker, and spread all your witches here and just come on through here. I mean, with these guys dead, the only thing, and you have one ice spell left. The only thing you need to make sure is that your wrecker gets through this wall. So then all your shit gets in here and you can kill the town hall with your queen and your witches. That's the risky position. And I got to be honest with you, I think that would probably get the base. The non risky position would be to, again, use your lightnings over here, use your lightnings over here, and then just come this way. So you got a golem over here. I would probably drop my golem here. So this guy shoots the golem, and I spread my witches here, 4 of them or 3 of them. Golem here, same thing. Bring your line of witches behind your ice golems or your golem, and then your wrecker, and then your queen, and you'll get in there. Now you may not. That wouldn't be ideal. I think ideal would be coming from the opposite side. But I got to tell you, a lot of you guys, you're coming from the opposite side. You ain't making it to the town hall. You cannot afford 2 stars in CWL, or I'm sorry, you cannot afford 1 star in CWL. You just can't. I would rather people be conservative and get the 2 star. Okay, but this is another way of doing this attack, and it's like the Yeti Smash. Okay, so this usually involves bringing 5 lightnings. You do not have to use lightnings for this attack, because sometimes a lot of people aren't using the lightnings for the Yeti Smash, but you probably should be. So, but this guy's giving you so much value that you might as well. And it also helps with, and this is the big deal, it's your funneling. So, which way am I going here? I'm not going to use my wrecker, because again, you really don't use wrecker often in Yeti Smash. But what's my plan? I'm going to take out this right here, this box with 5 lightnings. Some people say, well, why not get the eagle? The eagle doesn't really matter, all that much. It's just not really that big of a deal. It's better to get the multi and the scatter and clear out this entire box, because I'm planning on doing my jump over here to get my stuff in here and go from there. So I'm using my warden. I'm going to use my lightning up here. And again, if you were doing Yeti Smash, this is how you would probably look at it. I'm going to use my warden over here. And now here's the thing. You can't take your time. This attack here, you will run out of time if you take your time too much with your warden walk. So I bring some troops to help my warden. I drop my my barracks down here to help clear that side, and then I go. So let's look at it. I'm starting here. Here's the other tip. If I know my lightning, I'm going to do my lightning. I've already figured it out. I squared it up. I know exactly where I'm dropping it. I'm going to start my warden walk first, because my warden's not in jeopardy. Now, also, before you ever do a warden walk, know where your CC is. You don't want to pull your CC, because then the stupid headhunters are going to get on your warden and force your ability early. So be aware. I'm using my baby dragon to help my warden. I want him to go. Now I'm using my lightnings. I haven't wasted any time with my lightning spells. I could take my time there because I know my warden's safe. So now I'm watching. I want to make sure that edge is sealed. It is. I got my king with some witches there. Start going up. I'm going to drop my barracks there. Now I'm spreading my witches. I'm set. Drop my... I'm bringing 1 ice golem. And I am going to be using a jump spell. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't use a jump spell. I used a wall breaker. And that's what makes this key, and I did this in another video for Yeti Smash. Using the wall breaker instead of a jump is key. It was perfect opportunity there. I used my super wall breaker. You need the super wall breaker to do it. And then I have my jump for the middle to get right in there, and the rest is history. Notice I used my warden walk, I used it a little early before the town hall. Those skeletons got in there and got it. Again, you don't need to use it when the town hall blows up. It's not like Yeti Smash. With Yeti Smash, you've got bowlers, and bowlers will die. But the witches are never in there. Now, obviously, if there was some kind of weird thing where you got into a compartment and there was like a air trap and they pulled all your witches like into the town hall, maybe. But that just doesn't happen very often. Look at all those troops left. Here's another type of Warden Walk with like a Yeti Smash type, but with witches. In the last attack, I use hogs in my barracks, and Big Kahuna uses hogs in his here too. Um, Sometimes I've used actually three witches, which I'm not sure if I'm going to show that attack, but just uh, you can use the barracks to funnel, but you don't have to. And Kahuna uses it a little differently here. Let me just explain what he's going to do. So again, a normal Warden walk, if you're doing even Yeti Smash, you would start right here, which we do. You'd clear all this out. You would flank this end, and then you'd come in here. That would be a normal Yeti Smash. The thing about this attack is, and maybe why it's just in a normal Yeti Smash, you're not as concerned about this scatter because it'll shoot your Yetis. It's okay. You got healers on it. Now it could kill your bowlers, but you're just not as concerned. But with witches, you are. So you want to use the lightning. You want to take this out. Now, to be honest with you, you may be taking it out with a regular Yeti Smash is the way to go, and maybe this could just change our perspective. So if you're when you by taking this out, you are also setting the funnel, right? So he's going to come with his Warden walk over here. He's doing something really smart here. He's going to use his barracks as more of a tool of the attack than the funnel. He's going to use his because look, there's just all trash down here. He's using his king with three witches, and that's a common funnel. Sometimes you'll use that if you're using like the blimp, but you can also do it for the barracks. And let me show you why. The king is going to funnel all of this and the three witches. Then the warden's going to funnel this, and they're going to meet. They're going to meet right here. He's going to go into the town hall. He's going to use his warden ability right away and he's raging because he's only using five, so he's got his rage. So he's going to come right in here, clean sailing. And then he's got this whole alleyway. Now, what is he doing with his barracks? He's putting it here to clear this stuff, but also because everything is going to be funneling into here. Like, and this has been taken out. You've got this whole row back here. So what is he going to do? He's going to use his hogs that come in the barracks to help clear this. They should go through that easy. And he's going to have his champion follow the hogs, which is, again, the rule of thumb. Just like with the Yeti Smash. You want your champion to follow the hogs. So let's watch. He already started helping his warden now because, again, you have time issues here. He used his lightnings. He's got that going. Okay, he's got the funnel pretty much made. He's going to start with his king after he gets the healers down. Three witches, king. King's got the funnel now. Two ice golems. Rest of the witches behind. He brings two ice golems. I've brought one. Now look, that there's your there's your super minion CC. It don't matter with witches. Notice that the barracks are down. He's got his warden ability. He's got his jump to connect. It brings everything over that wall. And now he's got his ice golems going off. Now, again, I meant to say this in the beginning of the attack. What's the only thing that can really hurt your witches? Right here. So your freeze, right from the beginning of the attack, you know that your freeze is going on top of that scatter. Period. End of story. There's nothing else that can hurt your witches. And the nice thing about witches is they don't really spread like the stupid Yetis and the stupid bowlers, which they get into a base and they go all over the place. Witches are so slow moving, their skeletons are what do a lot of the work, that they just stay together. And that's why this attack works so well. So this one's a little advanced, but I just want to show you that you can get almost any base with this attack. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Because these two things right here are so close together, you can hit both of them with two earthquakes. So that is the same thing as you can hit a scatter with five lightnings, one earthquake, or four lightnings and one or two earthquakes. Okay, so it works the same way. And what we're doing here is I'm using my I'm going to start my funnel, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to clear all of this, and I'm gonna use my flank, my king and my flanks over here, my flanks, my barracks down here. I have witches in the barracks, and then see I'm starting my queen walk up there, and I want everything to come at the town hall. And if you look at the town hall, so I started my queen a little early, but I did some of the lightnings because it was, I had to start my Yeti with my wizard behind to start cleaning that up. But I want everything to come this way because look at these gaps. Like the witches will just fill in through the gaps, and my king and my barracks will clear out this side. Now I do need a wall breaker right here because I want everything to get through this first wall. I don't want it all to spread out and I don't know, and go all over the damn place. So I did need a wall breaker there. So again, this is advanced, but if you look right now at the base, what can kill me? There's a scatter shot and a multi, and the big bomb on the town hall, which you don't really have to worry about. So I probably should have saved my my freeze for the scatter, but I got a little nervous here, and I just got nervous. I thought that those minions were locked on my queen, so I just froze them. I just totally freaked out, but they weren't because the queen would have been dead. And again, that's what you have to watch out for. And then from here on out, I mean, it's just clear sailing. You see, it just wrecks the base. So here's another base, and it just goes to show you. I would have never thought to use. They use this against us. I would have never thought to use this attack against this base. But let's just talk about it because this is just all about funneling, right? You'd think, oh, they need to use the wrecker on this, but the problem with that is, you know, what he's doing is he's going to clear out this, and in order to get, even if he used the wrecker, the problem you have is you need to clear this flank because if you don't, everything's, even if you use the wrecker, most of your crap is going to just come around here. So what does he do? And really, you don't need the wrecker because he's bringing wall breakers. Now, I would never have attempted this with regular wall breakers. I would have brought my one super wall breaker because what he's going to do is he's going to use his lightnings to clear here. So he's not even getting a scatter. He doesn't even look at it that way. He's looking at it in terms of funneling. It's going to get rid of this crap so that way when he brings his warden to start clearing off here, he doesn't have to worry about which is going back this way because they won't be attracted by these defenses. So he's clearing that out with his five lightnings. Then he's using his king down here with three witches and his barracks here to just clear out this. Then he's using his wall breakers, and again, I'd bring a super wall breaker I wouldn't drop it first. I would drop my ice golem and spread my witches, and then I would drop my wall breaker once my king and queen are down and everybody starts working on stuff because you don't want the wall breaker to die early. Then he's got his jump for right here because again, all he needs to do is get his armies in here because witches shoot from far away. They can kill the town hall. And you're probably going to need to use your ability around the town hall because you don't want the town hall to fry your witches, right? So it's the beams that you're worried about, and that's it, and it works beautifully. He could have started his warden early. I would have started the warden earlier because nothing's shooting the warden anyways. He starts working on all this stuff. I probably would have dropped another wizard over there because you really don't need wizards other than for cleanup and for funneling because your witches are going to do all most of it and it's mostly for funneling. So now he's got that going. You see he's got the perfect he's going to have the perfect funnel over here. So he's not going to have to worry about anything going backwards. Now he's got that. So now he's going to start with his king and his three witches in the bottom. He's going to take that out because he wants the king to go left, right? He doesn't want the king to come back that way. And then he's drop all his witches in a bunch. He's got some more balloons. That's key here. Dropping balloons, even if you're doing Yeti Smash, I'm bringing usually 4 or 5 balloons. I'm dropping it with my army. Now look at that. He's got the barracks and everything clearing out that side with those 3 witches. He's got the wall breakers that got through. They opened it up. Now he's cleared all that with his king and all of them. Now everything's going in the middle. What, only 2 witches went to the left? And everything else went in the middle. And those 2 witches that went to the left, they were from the 3 witches each. Oh, now it looks like 3 witches went to the left. Those are the 3 witches he dropped down. He's got hogs going in the back from the barracks. And look, he's got his champion coming with the hogs. The champion's got nothing to worry about. He's got all of his stuff getting up in there. He's using his rage to get the hogs and everything in there. I think he wanted to get the queen too, but he didn't. He's using his ability early so that they don't get fried. He's freezing the scatter because that's what you're worried about. He's got 3 freezes. He was so worried about that, the back end. Ooh, those things just destroyed his heroes. See, froze them. He should have froze them earlier. Watch the video on the old on how to deal with them. He should have froze them right when they came out and then froze them again because his heroes were up there. But it still doesn't matter. He just wrecks the base. Stop it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the baby. Everybody should be practicing this attack, guys. It's super easy. Just start small. Start with the easy ones. Start with just without the healers and just drop your stuff, man, because it just works. Spam works. Take care out there.